Hello, welcome to Creative Crafting by Katie. Rice paper I'm going to use is from Designed by Beth Walker. You will find that link in the description below. Make sure if you do not follow me already that you click that subscribe button, and don't forget to watch the other videos to learn more about moldwood, which is the applique that I have here to learn how to use this wonderful wood-based product that I invented that's bendable and flexible, that you just use a silicone mold, let it cure for 12 to 24 hours, and it comes out bendable and flexible even once it's painted, which this has already been painted white, but I'm gonna go over it with a navy, and that's just because I had planned to use it on a different project. So no worries, you can always paint over it if you decide not to use it on something. So I'm gonna just take this this thrifted frame, and I'm going to put a piece of rice paper on it. I got my own cardboard to put in the backside to kind of lift it back up. It was a really thin piece, and so if I didn't put a thicker piece of cardboard behind it, then it would be too flimsy for me. So I did that, cut them both to size. This one here is just a piece of cardboard that was white on one side. I love it when I can find these thin little pieces of cardboard. I save them all the time because you don't even have to paint that. It's ready to go. So if you were using something lighter, a background that was lighter, a napkin or a piece of rice paper, you wouldn't have to worry about painting it white beforehand. So little tip, always hang on to any white cardboard that you can find. So I'm just going to cut it down because you will not see it inside the frame. So you do you, but you can tell that it's very thin, and I ripped it there. So I will just kind of do a little mending here with some Mod Podge and place it back down. So you probably won't, I don't even think you're going to see that in the frame anyway. So that's the way it goes. Nobody's perfect, right? So don't throw it away because you feel like you can't use it. So there's the thicker piece of cardboard that I'm going to stick inside the back. I love these kind of frames that you can either stand up or it's got the little hook on it. Love it. Don't ever get rid of those. They're the best because you just never know. You might not want to put it on a wall. And I love to layer things, so perfect, just perfect. I'm going to darken this up a little, though, with some antique Waverly wax. I wanted it just to be a little bit more antique looking, a little bit darker. So I'm just going to go over this entire frame with the antique Waverly wax and a baby wipe. And if you notice, this frame kind of has a white, I don't even know, in the wood grain, there's some white in there. So I really wanted to get rid of that as well. So this is the perfect application for this. And you could even have gone darker if you wanted. Just keep it in mind when you're looking at frames that obviously it can always be painted or restained a different color. So you can see a little bit more there, that white grain in there. And I'm sure that was just something that they highlighted that way. But yeah, totally don't want that. So real quick, once over with a baby wipe will suffice. And I just was really more so covering the white than anything. But I did want it a little bit darker. I thought it would look better with the rice paper. So I just used the lid also as my little tray for it. So keep that in mind too. We'll quickly dry it. And I think it looks good. You know, it's like a nice, perfect shade. So this was actually a great frame for this project. So we're going to set that aside. And here we go with some wax paper so we can paint up our piece of wood, molded wood here that I'd already had done and cured and all that stuff. A lot of times I will do molded wood on just a live or just on a video itself where I kind of play around with it. So check back here on my page. You can also go to my Mold a Wood YouTube page, and I will link that in the description as well. If you want just all things molded wood, go over there and take a look at that. It'll teach you how to use it, how to put it in a silicone mold. It's just such an easy product to work with, and it's great to embellish up your furniture, your crafts, whatever you want the sky's the limit, because all you need is a silicone mold. Sometimes you can even use cookie cutters. So go over there, take a look at it. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I show you guys all the different ways that we play around with the molded wood and the different applications that we do with it. Rolling it out like cookie dough and cutting it out with cookie cutters and stuff like that. There's so many different things that you could do with this. Just please, if you've never tried molded wood, I would recommend. You're going to love it if you love to do that kind of stuff and work with bendable and flexible things. You don't need to heat it up with a hairdryer or anything. It's already flexible once it's cured, so you're going to love it. I do 2 coats on this just because it was white before and the navy didn't cover very well with the first coat. Now I'm dabbing a little bit of the Antique Waverly Wax on there because I want to darken it just a wee bit and make it a little more vintage looking to go with the rice paper. I'm trying to really make it cohesive there. So dabbing a little bit on there, and it'll pick up most of that brown on the raised surfaces of the mold, because molded wood is extremely detailed. When you place it in a silicone mold, it picks up all those fine little details. So please try it. Trust me, you will love it. So let's just put this back into the frame then, and I will adhere that on. Very quick project. The rice paper says it all, so you really don't always need to go any further. I just thought that the embellishment on top just kind of pulled it together and just made it perfect. So what do you think? It's almost as if it mocks the wings of the eagle. So I'm going to use wood glue because I'm putting this on a wood frame. Use the appropriate adhesive depending on what material you're adhering it to. So this will adhere to anything with the proper adhesive. Glass, metal, tin, plastic, wood, paper. You get my point. Just again, use the appropriate adhesive. And I'm always too much glue all the time when I'm doing the wood glue, but I just use my finger to put it on there, and I am going to hold it in there. I like this type on quick and thick the best, but I'm trying to adhere it into the groove, so I'm holding it down, and I'm going to add a little heat to it only to help set the glue up. It's not to keep the flexibility or anything going with the product. It does not become unflexible. So just so you guys know that. At any rate, I'm going to just hold it down and make sure that it kind of gets into that little grooved area there. But that's entirely up to you. You do you on your projects. Just want you to know that the flexibility is there for this product to be able to handle that type of thing and to go around corners. If you're using it as a mold, as a molding, if you mold it as a molding, that you can easily bend it to go around the corners of any of your projects. So I just think that turned out really cool. You'll take a look at it here in my display, and you could do a little diamond dust if you want, but hey, make sure you click that subscribe